going to do a meditation. And today, what keeps rolling around for me is this idea of not being afraid, not living in fear, and that we are only able to do that because we have no reason to fear when we are in Jesus. And so we're going to spend some time just focusing on changing that loop in our minds of fear and anxiety, and remembering who can take away that fear. So with that, we are going to close our eyes and sit up tall. If you are seated in a chair, your feet are planted on the ground. If you are sitting crisscross applesauce, then you are making sure that your sits bones are into the ground. And just a little tip, if you have a hard time doing that, you can sit on a yoga block or on a pillow or something that kind of raises the backside up a bit. That helps me. We're going to take a good deep breath in. We're going to let it out very slow. And you're going to do that again. You're going to go in through your nose and out through your nose for this meditation today. And what I want you to do right now is focus your breath on a circular motion. So try to have there be no pause at the top of your breath and the bottom of your breath. Have it just rotate around as you're breathing in and breathing out. And just focus on that for a few moments here. It's kind of fun to see how seamless you can make that. And we'll do a few more rounds on your own pace. Breathing in and out with no hiccup or stopping. And as a thought or a feeling floats through, that's okay. We're not trying to clear our minds or anything like that. We're trying to redirect our focus. So as they come through, let them float through. Our minds are an amazing thing, and it'll come back to it. My yoga instructor that I spend time with, she says it's like a puppy. And so the puppy will kind of wander off, and you just bring the puppy back. Bring your thoughts back to what we're focused on today. And what we're focusing on is giving God our fears and our anxiety. And He in His Word not only tells us do not fear, but He gives us a tactical action we can do instead, which is turning to Him. Philippians 4:7 says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything with prayer and petition present your requests to God. And then what does He say after that? He says, and the peace that transcends all understanding will be with you in Christ Jesus. It is our human instinct to see a fear and to try to do something with it, whether it be fight or flight or fawn or freeze. We want to do something with that. But what God calls us to do is to give it to Him. Just right now, as we're sitting with Him, I want you to think about maybe those fears that are recurring, that they pop up, and it it can be something tangible like snakes or bugs or something like that. I'm not a big fan of spiders, But what we're calling on today are those things that stop us from growing, those things that hinder our relationship with the Lord because we're letting fear take the wheel. We want Him to take the wheel. So what are those things for you that recur and loop and that you find yourself struggling with on a fairly regular basis? And now as we're sitting with Him, I want you to just talk to Him about those things. Simply be in His presence. Hear Him comfort you. Lay them at His feet. Because He says, do not fear, for I am with you. Our reminder today is that God is bigger than any of our fears. Big or little. And I'll tell you a secret today. He already knows those fears that you have. So keeping them close and letting your mind run amok with them sometimes, doing that is not the answer. It's not going to fix anything. They're not just going to go away. Leaning into Him and His truth and who He says you are and what He is capable of, that's where those fears will get quieter. And His majesty will get louder. In a moment like this, I like to kind of hold my hands open, releasing the fears and allowing Him to take them. Now go back to that circular breath, keeping it as smooth as possible for a few rounds. And when you're ready today, we're going to have you take your hands and put them together and rub them back and forth to warm them up and get a little friction in there. And then place them over your eyes. And now when you're ready, you can flutter your eyes open. Remove your hands, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And I hope you feel different than you did when you started. Have no fear, for He is with you.